What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JB, Mr. Major Man, Mr. 504 here to welcome y'all back to the showroom. Today I want to have a real simple discussion, and I'm not even about to make a rant about it because at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm not in control of these things. Like I said, be controlling what you is instead of what you're not. You'll be a whole lot happier in life. But let's talk about this whole Adidas surpassing Jordan brand in the standards. Now, did a lot of people see it coming? Yes, but is it a big deal? No. I'm saying it's not a big deal because at the end of the day, let's think about what Jordan brand is. Jordan brand is a subsidiary brand of Nike. Nike is still number one. Jordan brand was number two for the longest. Okay. Now, let's think about all the subsidiary properties that Nike owns. Hurley, Converse, Jordan brand, Nike itself, a whole host of other things that Nike is in control of. That's about 5 brands that it's completely solely in control of itself. Now, let's break this down to one of these platforms. Nike, if you really want to hit nitpick with it, Nike really has 5 different spots on the shoe market standings. They have 5 different spots. Itself, Jordan brand, Hurley, and Converse. I think they have another brand. I'm not 100% sure. I think Kohan. If Nike doesn't have Kohan no more, if they do or they don't, that's 5. That's 5 different markets right there. Now, Adidas, they're blocked as a whole. That includes Yeezy, Ultra Boost, NMDs, Human Racers, Ralph Simmons, and a whole collection of other things. That's entire brand. So if it took Adidas this long to beat just a subsidiary brand like Nike itself, like Jordan brand itself, then that's not really too good because Nike still owns a big chunk of the market. Now, on to why this may have happened. People are blaming it on a whole lot of things. Jordan sitting, Jordan making too much product, or even the case of people are just not interested in it. And it goes, let's think of it like this. Chuck Taylor at one time was one of the most popular shoe brands in the game. Adidas was too. Adidas probably was number one during the 80s because that was one of the go-to shoes for a lot of people. People were rocking Superstars and the shell toes and the original a lot of Adidas originals, even the Stan Smith and stuff like that. They were rocking those back then. That's not nothing new. Nike had to jump over them. That was a hurdle Nike had to come over themselves. But let's break it back down to this. We're in a new generation. Now, let's use that 80s, 90s, early 2000 era. A lot of us, including myself, watched Jordan play. A lot of us got to see that through the 80s. And this, like I said, this includes the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. A lot of us were able to see Jordan in his prime, in his greatness, him shining through whatever obstacle was placed in front of him. So we've been exposed to that. So what was when we seen Mike on the commercials and everything like that, we were like, and we seen them on court, we were like, man, we gotta get those shoes that Jordan got off, rather it's the 1s, the 2s, 3s, the 4s, the 5s. And if back then the 1s and the 2s and 3s, well, the 3s were popular, but the 2s and the 1s, they were never that popular. So it was around 1990, 88, 89, you had to have the 3s, you had to have the 4s, you had to have the 5s. These were the original runs of these Jordans too. 6, 7, like you seen these Jordans, like you instantly had to get them. Like you had them, your parents was going out getting them. Rather you seen them or your parents seen them, they wanted you to wear them. That boosts Jordan brand up to what it was in around 96, 97, 98. They broke off, became their own brand. So with that being said, of course, Jordan brand was gonna rise to the stature. And then early 2000, a lot of people didn't get certain shoes back then. And then that's when the retro era came. So people like myself went back and bought a lot of Jordans, bought a lot of these retros, got a lot of these shoes that we seen Mike playing that we wanted to for the day, and then we were introduced to certain new colorways too, like what we getting later on this year. 2005, that was the Altitude 13s. Back then when the first wave of the retro, actually that would have been the second wave of the 90, the Air Jordan 3s and the 4s and the reintroduction of the 1s and things of that magnitude, those type of retros like that. And like when the first when it was 2001, when the Air Jordan 11s had finally got retro for the first time, like a lot of things like that. But sorry y'all, lost my train of thought in my notes. But any case, yeah, there was gonna be a boost. There was gonna be a boost of that. Like, regardless if you was getting it yourself or you had your parent buying it, like that was the hype. The hype was that we had to have those Jordans. So now let's fast forward to 2014. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say 2015. The Yeezy craze, the Kanye effect. I'm not gonna even discredit no type of star power that Kanye had brought to Adidas. I'm not gonna discredit that at all because it is all true. The kids are influenced by who they see. We were influenced by Jordan. Hell, we were influenced by a whole lot of players were our influence. Penny, Jordan, Barkley, Pippen, Grant Hill, Miller, Shaq, Kobe. Like, those were our influences and what made us buy shoes. Those were our complete influences, man. Now we're on to Kanye now. The lifestyle, or so to say, the stars, people of influence are the reason kids go for what they go for. Now, I guarantee you, if Kanye wore a Trunner or something like that, people would be all over them shits. I wore Trunners back then because Team Jordans were just as important as the retros. But see, now that we're in a whole new era where the kids only see the retros, they don't have the time to appreciate the lifestyle aspect of Jordan brand, because we weren't always treated to retros back then. We had lifestyle shoes. You had the Jordan Pro, the Pro 2s, the Trunners, the Dentros, all those different type of Jordans, the Roy Jones, and the who else it was? A lot of cleats and things like that. We were introduced to a lot of those Jordans that weren't retros. So I mean, retros were not that relevant back then. But until it was solely, I had to have the retro, I had to have the retro, or somebody had said I only wear things that Mike wore on court. Like, no, that's not what we were into. We got what we liked back then. But now we're to a point we want what the stars wear, rather it be Ultra Boost, Yeezys, NMDs, Human Racers. Like, if y'all see stars wearing it, that's what influences the market. That's what creates hype. That's what creates limited, makes people go crazy over anything. I guarantee you, if Jordan Brand says we have this limited, but they release a fucking million pairs of something, they're gonna be like they don't have to put a number to say limited. Like a million, there are over 7 million people in the United States, but they're only made a million pairs. That's still limited, even though we consider that GR. But in any case, like, we could go with this argument about Yeezy jumping over Jumpman or whatever the case may be. It's not that important. It's just how the market is. And I'm quite sure probably mid to late next year, you're going to see a drastic change in Jordan Brand. I've already had called it. They're trying things out on y'all, and y'all don't even know it right now. They know that they have products sitting. If you go into any of y'all stores, I guarantee y'all a lot of shoes that were sitting are not sitting there no more. Go to your Foot Locker. Go look for certain shoes that came out in the last 2, 3, 4 months. I want y'all to go look for those anthracite Vapor Max. See if those still sitting at certain particular stores. Go look for those New Love ones. Go look for some of those Vapor Max that were GR, but they're not there no more. Like, I went to my mall, a lot of those shoes are gone. And that's the thing about Nike. Once they make a shoe and it sells out, like, eventually it's gonna sell out. It's gone. it's gone. Like, say, like just like with the restock with the Yeezy, the Zebra Yeezys. That is a completely different shoe from the first run. They sat there and made the shoe over again. New production dates and everything. They really made that over again. They didn't keep it, oh, we just had extra pairs laying over. No, that wasn't what it was. When Adidas does a restock, it's a complete restock from Nike. That means we're reproducing the shoe. When Nike does it, they just have a shitload of things sitting in a warehouse somewhere. That's their definition of a restock. But back to the case in point of when, like, next year y'all gonna see a drastic change in Jordan brand and Nike itself. Like I said, this is a trial run. They wanted to see what they could do with the resellers. They did that. They flooded the market, and bam, that's it for that. But now they're about to probably double back down and be like, they're gonna release, but they're gonna make more limited releases. Hell, they might even space some releases out a little bit more. They might drop certain production, and like I said, I feel the same way a lot of people feel. Somebody at JB needs to be fired for some of these designs for these shoes. I'm quite sure they're included in that 15% workforce that they letting go, that Nike is letting go. So somebody's getting fired. But with that being said, and like I said, I don't see nothing wrong with Jordan brand. I like the direction it's going a little bit, because like I said, I like that they're doing more collabs. I like that they're trying different things with their products. Like, I like the fact that they're trying to be that innovative selves again. Like, instead of just constantly giving us the same shit over and over and over again. Like, I mean, they could do better. I have no problem with that. Like I said, I've debated with some people over that. Like, people just constantly say leave things the way they are, but we can't live like that. You can't live in a constant state of be stagnant all the time. If you're the same and opposed to change or anything, then you're gonna fail. Like, they have to keep up with the times just like everybody else. And if they see the wave going a certain way, they're gonna have to jump to that wave. People are going for more comfort, so they need to focus on comfort and innovation like they used to. Like, that's the main thing. That's their bread and butter. They have to constantly stick to that. So with that being said, man, like I said, y'all gonna see a change in Jordan brand. I'm quite sure of it. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm Team Nike. I'm not gonna be one of those people that just gotta constantly defend Nike or Jordan brand or whatever the case may be, because I love Jordan brand. I love JB. As you can see, majority of my stuff is Jordan and Nike, and I have a deep love. I respect Adidas as well, man. Like I said, y'all see, if I didn't respect Adidas, y'all would never see me review a Yeezy. I mean, I don't review Ultra Boosters or nothing like that, but eventually I probably will. But if that's what y'all want, I will get it for y'all to review. But with that being said, man, like I said, man, JB, they're in a rut. Every company goes through it, man. Like I said, Jordans wasn't always selling out back in the day, so this is nothing new. This is nothing to be shocked about. It's just a bubble, and they put themselves in a rut where they just need to concentrate on what they need to concentrate on. They need to focus on lifestyle, which is a good thing. They need to focus on performance, which is a good thing, which I understand. That has always been their thing. Performance. I have no problem with them keeping up with the latest style when it comes to their performance lines. That is a definite must. But us as consumers, we need to stop thinking that just because something is sitting, just because something is not limited, just because of whatever y'all want to think of with Jordan brand, like that they're becoming dull. Like, they're not becoming dull. They just trying to adhere to what everybody's saying. Like, people will constantly bitch about, oh man, y'all need to make more pairs because I'm tired of missing out on a release. When I used to miss out on a release, I just stopped and kept it moving. I never bitched about that. That's just how the game is. Like, everybody's not meant to have everything. And that's why Nike started to do what they've done. They started to flood the market with everything. And people say they're cool with everything sitting, but yet y'all still bitching about the fact that they're getting redundant with what they're putting out. Like, how can you be glad that something is sitting, but yet you're not buying it? Or yet you like y'all constantly saying y'all wait for it to go on sale, and I have no problem with the people who say they're waiting for it to go on sale, but it's like y'all contradicting yourselves at the same time when y'all say Jordan brand not like it used to be. Like there's no pizzazz there. If there's no pizzazz there, then why aren't you like them? If there's no pizzazz, like that's where the hype and the hype thing comes in from. You don't have no pizzazz, so you don't like the product. But yet, a few years ago, you was bitch about not being able to go in the store and get the product. Like it's like we've become lazy to the point where, like, I miss doing camp outs. I'm not even gonna lie, I miss doing camp outs because I got to meet a lot of good people during those camp outs, man. But I mean, like I said, Jordan's been sitting, so nobody has really been having no reason to camp out, other than if it's a collab or something like that. But that's that's getting rare now. But like I said, man, expect a whole lot of changes. Things are gonna change. Adidas, congratulations to them on their number 2. If they feel comfortable with it, that's where they want to be, then hey, so be it. It is what it is. But as always, man, I want y'all to stay true, stay fly, stay blessed. I will be getting back at y'all with another video, some more feats, and a whole lot of other things. Congratulations to the small YouTubers who are making a big come up. I don't know if y'all want y'all business out there like that, but I'm gonna keep it between me and y'all. But expect big things out of a lot of small up and coming YouTubers. And I am JC Baby, and I will hit y'all in the next video. I'm out. You did.